readers. My name is Dawn Houston. I'm the coordinator for Booktrib's book club program. I'm here today with author Marschall Runge to talk about his pulse-pounding techno thriller Coded to Kill. We're thrilled, that Coded to Kill is one of the selections available in Booktrib's book club program for May. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know you're very busy, and we are excited to talk to you today, Marshall.
Well, thanks, Dawn. I look forward to talking to you.
Excellent. We're going to dive in because I know we only have 5 minutes. So no spoilers, but what can you share about your book that we wouldn't find on the jacket cover? Some sort of interesting tidbit.
Well, overall, the book is about things that could go wrong with electronic health records. And hardly a week passes that you don't hear somebody's private protected health information got stolen. So that's part of it. But the more devious part of it is that it would be possible to use electronic medical records to hijack devices. So the sort of connected devices, think Internet of Things, where you can turn down the thermostat when you're on your way home from your car, or you can make sure your alarm's on in case you forgot. Well, in the same way, electronic health records connect to devices in the hospital. And it would be possible, and everything that I talk about in this book is actually possible. I've seen some of it. I haven't seen all of it. I've got a 40-year career in medicine. But it would be possible for somebody who was really twisted to use the electronic medical record as a way to kill people. And in fact, that does happen. I won't tell you exactly how that happens or to whom that happens or why that's happening. But that is the theme that is, I think, makes it unique. And what also makes it unique in a way is that, as I said, I have a long career in medicine and healthcare. I've been very involved with the development of electronic medical records. And so, as I said, everything that's in there could happen. And I got stimulated to write this book from seeing some serious problems with electronic medical records. So on the one hand, I'm not trying to scare you to death and prevent you from ever going to see a doctor. On the other hand, I'm trying to entertain you. And I hope you'll find it something you have trouble putting down.
Oh, I can already tell that's going to be captivating. I've read a number of thrillers this year that have looked at the darker side of technology. I mean, there's always a pro and a con, right? So,
Yes.
which I imagine actually leads into my next question, which is, why would this make such a great book club selection?
Well, for a couple of reasons. One is I've worked hard and I had a lot of help to try to delve into what are pretty complicated medical and or technical issues, but in a way that they come across to readers who, all you readers are intelligent and you have some background, but you don't have to have a sophisticated medical or scientific background to understand these issues. So that's part of it. Part of it is I also have a hope that people will read this novel and say, that educates me about something I hadn't really thought about. So it has a goal of education, but really the idea is to have a book that you might read on your summer vacation, that you really, if you're looking for something that's going to really keep you going, I think this is the book for you. I recently came across a series on Netflix that I hadn't realized was a television show called The Blacklist.
I love that show.
I would say I'm shooting for the Blacklist level.
Oh, that's a good level. I'm in.
Equally exciting and twisted.
Wow, that's great. I love that show. Excuse me, I'm sorry, tickle in my throat. Okay, we're going to veer off your book for a minute, as much as I don't want to, actually. But what's the best book that you've read, fiction or nonfiction, in the last year? And why should we add it to our list after we've read your book, of course?
All right, so I'm going to give you two books. So one is The Associate. So The Associate is John Grisham's latest.
Oh,
and it's actually, think of it as The Firm 2. It's a sequel to The Firm. Yeah. And I love all Grisham. He's my idol as a writer. But the reason I like this so much is my introduction to thinking I could write, which was 15 or 20 years ago, long process, was I had a patient, I'm a cardiologist, had a patient who came in, and he was just a perfect Grisham character, a lawyer who'd lost everything he had because of alcoholism and other problems. He was trying to build himself back up. One day he said, "Doc, you like to read?" And I said, "Yeah, I love to read." And he said, "I'm going to bring you a book." And at the time, I didn't really know anything about John Grisham, and he brought me The Firm.
Oh,
And
such a good
I
book.
swear I couldn't. I saw him on a Friday, and I had the thing read by Sunday. Um, so that is, the quintessential legal thriller to me. The other one that's kind of interesting is a book called The Immortalists. It's a nonfiction book written by David Friedman, and it's about there's this weird relationship between Charles Lindbergh and a Nobel Prize winner named Alexis Carrel, and they're trying to understand. This was way back in the early 1900s. What makes cells and organs immortal? And the reason I'm so interested in that is my next book, which I'm working on, is a take on these companies now that are trying to promote that they will reverse aging. I think it's pretty bogus, but lots of fodder for a medical thriller there.
Oh, fascinating. I'm so glad to hear you're working on a second book because your first book, I haven't read it yet, but I'm already hooked. So
Well, good, good.
we're excited for that. Thank you so much. I literally could talk to you all day, but we have a lot of the same interests in medical thrillers, but I do have to wrap it up. So I just want to thank you again for your time and wish you all the best of luck with this book and all the other books you're going to write.
Well, thank you, Don. I'll put in one last shameless plug. If you read the book and you like the book for your club, I'm more than happy to meet with your club and answer questions, do a reading, whatever you'd like. These days, mainly if it would involve travel by Zoom, but if it's local or somewhere I'm going to, be happy to meet with you.
I truly hope someone takes you up on that offer. I think you would have many fascinating things to say. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
For more information about Marshall's book, please check out the book club page on the booktrib.com website. Thank you.
Thanks, Don.